Hello students, welcome to online study with Ashadip International School. Standard 12 Commerce. Student, this is the third session of this chapter, that is index number. In our last session we understand that how we can find the value of index number with the help of fixed base method. In this method we will going to understand that how we can find the value of index number with the help of chain based method. Before going to solving some sums, it is necessary to understand some basic theory about this method. First of all, in this method, a fixed year or a period is not taken as a base year. In short, we can say that our base year will going to be changed. Like in our fixed base method, in this method our base year will not going to be same. For every current year, its preceding year is taken as a base year. In first point, we understand that base year will going to be changed, but how this base year will be selecting? In that case, we can understand that base year is nothing but the value of preceding year. Clear? So every preceding year will going to become our base year for the current year. If we are finding index number for the 2020, in that case your 2019 will become your base year. If we are finding index number for 2019, in that case the value of 2018 become your base value. So in this way we can find the base year. The base year keeps changing in this year. That's why this method is known as chain based method. We can understand in this method the base year will keep on changing. So that is the reason why this method name is chain based method, because it is necessary for you that you should have to know the value of preceding year, because each year is depend on the preceding year. If you are not aware about any preceding year, you cannot find index number for that current year, because it is a chain. If you know the value of 2018, then you can find the value of 2019. You can find the index number for 2019. And if you know the value of 2019, in that case only you can find the index number for the year 2020, because it is dependent. That's why it is like a chain. And that is the reason this method is known as the chain based method. The index number by this method is found using the formula. That formula is index number is equal to value of variable for current year upon value of variable for preceding year multiply 100. Whatever we learn right now, we just put it into the formula. And in short, if you want to write this formula, we can say that I is equal to P1 upon P0 multiply 100, where P1 represent the value of variable for current year and P0 represent the value of variable for preceding year multiply 100. So this is the basic formula of chain based method. Now we will going to understand that how this formula will going to help us to find the index number in some practical sums. This is the first question, that the data about average daily wage of a group of workers employed in a factory during the year 2008 to 2015 are as follow. Find the index number by chain based method. Now the question is given here. This is the information about the question. Year is given 2008 to 2015. The information is very much important, that for which we have to find the chain based index number. We have to find the chain based index number for average daily wage. So let's solve this formula. You can find in your answer that the three columns are given. In first column we are writing the year, that is given in your question. In second column you will find average daily wages, that also you will find in your question. The third column is actually your answer, that is the chain based index number. What we are going to do, we just put the formula, that is current year's average daily wage upon previous year's average daily wage multiply 100. Students, make sure one thing, that whenever you have to find chain based index number, for the very first year you do not have the preceding year, and that is the reason you have to put 100 as its index number. Clear? पहले साल के लिए चेन बेस इंडेक्स नंबर के अंदर आपके पास इसका प्रीसीडिंग ईयर नहीं होता है. 2008 आपकी वैल्यू आपको दी है, 2007 की वैल्यू आपके पास नहीं है. इसकी वजह से आप लोग 2008 का इंडेक्स नंबर फाइंड कर सकते नहीं है, आपको उसको एज इट इज़ 100 ले लेना पड़ेगा. फ्रॉम द 2009 now you have the preceding year for every current year. If we want to find index number for 2009, then which year become your preceding year? Yes, 2008. So here you have the value of current year, that is 284. You also have the value of preceding year, that is 275. Now just this value you have to put in the formula, that current year's average daily wage upon previous year's average daily wage multiply 100. So you can find that this 284 is in the numerator, this 275 of preceding year, it is in the denominator, multiply 100 and we will get its index number, that is 103.27. as simple as that. Now we have to use the same formula with each and every year. If we want to find index number for the current year 2010, in that case 2010 become current year and 2009 will become our preceding year. So the value of the current value of 2010, that is 289, we will going to put in numerator, and preceding value 284 we will going to put in denominator. In this way we can find, by multiplying 100 this value, we can find the index number, that is 101.76. Now students, अगर ये पैटर्न आपने समझ लिए तो बाकी के जो नीचे के सम्स, जो आगे के मेथड है वो बहुत ही सिंपल हो जाएंगे. जैसे कि अगर आपको 2011 का इंडेक्स नंबर फाइंड करना है, ये वैल्यू कैसा है वो आपको जानना है, तो अभी वो सिंपल हो गया. पहले क्या करना था आपको, 2011 का इंडेक्स नंबर फाइंड कर रहे हो, मतलब 2011 हो गया आपका करंट ईयर, तो प्रीसीडिंग ईयर कौन सा होगा, बट ऑब्वियस है 2010. यहाँ तक तो समझ में आ गया. तो 2010 की वैल्यू कौन सी है, वो है 289. अभी सिंपल एक क्रॉस करना है. कैसे करेंगे क्रॉस, ये 293 जो है उसको कहाँ पे रखना है, तो समझ में आ गया न्यूमरेटर में. 289 को कहाँ पे रखना है, तो आ गया समझ में कि वो रखना है हम लोग को डिनोमिनेटर में. तो इससे इन दोनों को डिवाइड करो, मल्टीप्लाई किससे करना है, 100 से, तो आपको ये 101.38 आंसर मिल जाएगा. बस हमको यही मेथड जो है उसको फॉलो करते रहना है. इसी तरीके से इसी मेथड से आपको 101.37 भी मिलेगा, 105.39 भी मिलेगा, 104.79 भी मिलेगा और 105.18 भी मिलेगा. ठीक है. यू जस्ट हैव टू फॉलो द प्रोसीजर and you will easily find the value of index number with the help of chain based method. Okay, now move on to the next question. In this question, the data of detailed price of sugar is given and we have to find the index number of sugar by chain based method. The data is almost similar like in our last questions, but some decimal is given, whole number is not there, so it will give you a more decimal number or fraction numbers, that's it. Otherwise the method is the same, so the formula will be the same, the procedure will be the same, it will not going to be changed. So let's understand this question and try to find its answer. You will find that there is no changes in the format, or we can say table. The first column is for year, the second is for here the information is given about average daily wage, so for that, and the third is for the chain based index. Formula will not going to be changed, formula will be as it is, that in on the numerator part you have to write the value of current current year, and in the base year you have to write the value of preceding year. As I mentioned, your first year means your 2008. यहाँ पे एक चीज़ समझ लो, पहले साल के लिए जब हम लोग फिक्स बेज चेन बेज इंडेक्स नंबर से फाइंड करते हैं, पहले साल का प्रीसीडिंग ईयर कोई नहीं होता है। जैसे हमारा फॉर्मूला है प्रीसीडिंग ईयर नहीं है, कहाँ से लेने जाएंगे, इसके लिए पहले साल में हम लोग रख देते हैं 100। पहले साल के लिए प्रीसीडिंग चेन बेज इंडेक्स नंबर के लिए इंडेक्स नंबर पहले साल के लिए कौन सा होगा, 100। फ्रॉम 2009 नाउ यू कैन फाइंड chain based index number, because now you have both the value current year as well as preceding year. So the formula will not going to be changed. The question first and question second is almost similar. There is the only change is that in this question fraction numbers is given, you can find some decimals, and whenever some decimals are there, so your calculation is little bit become complex. But now we can use the calculator, so no calculation is too much complex for now for us. So just understand the procedure once again. For the 2009, that is, if we want to find the first for the first year index number is fine, that is 100. Now we understand that why that 100 is given. For the 2009, how we can find the index number? For whenever we have to find index number for 2009, the 2009 is become in current year, and its preceding year will going to become our base year, that is 2008. Now we have both the value of current year and value of base year. Just divide it and multiply with 100, we will get the value of index number. Once you understand the procedures, these sums are too much simple. Okay, so the rest of these sums, I think now you are enough capable to solve yourself. बाकी का जो सम्स पूरा बचता है, अभी मुझे समझ में शायद आ रहा है कि आप लोग इसको इजीली कर सकते हैं। हम लोग एक और सम सॉल्व करने का ट्राई करते हैं, ठीक है। हम लोग इसके पीछे ज़्यादा टाइम वेस्ट नहीं करते हुए एक और सम्स लेते हैं, और ये सम्स आप खुद कर सकते हो। जो पिछला सम था, हम लोग एक नए सम्स पे ट्राई करते हैं। द क्वेश्चन इज द फॉलोइंग डेटा आर ऑब्टेन अबाउट द एनुअल एवरेज प्राइसेस ऑफ व्हीट, राइस एंड शुगर इन द होलसेल मार्केट ऑफ अ सिटी. Find the general index number for 3 items by the chain based method. In our last session we understand that what is general index number. पिछले सेशन में हमने जाना था कि जनरल इंडेक्स नंबर क्या होता है। जब भी एक से ज़्यादा आइटम्स दी होती है तो आप लोग उस आइटम का पहले तो इंडिविजुअल इंडेक्स नंबर फाइंड करोगे, और उस इंडिविजुअल इंडेक्स नंबर को ऐड करके उसको जब डिवाइड बाय जितने नंबर ऑफ आइटम्स होती है उसको जब डिवाइड करते हो उससे, तो आपको मिल जाता है जनरल इंडेक्स नंबर. इन दिस क्वेश्चंस ऑल्सो वी हैव 3 items, that is wheat, rice and sugar. From these 3 items we have to find the index number for each year. Let's just see the solution. First, whatever information given in our question, that we can write that wheat, rice and sugar, these 3 items is given. The year is given, that is 2011, 12, 13, 14, 15. We have to find general index number, but with the help of chain based method. First, the first year is 2011, and now I think you very well know that in chain based method first year index number will be 100. And what is the reason for this? The reason is, for the first year we do not have its preceding year, and that's why we are putting the value of index number for the first year as 100. Now for the 2012, now we have the value of base year and we have the value of current year, because for the 2012 current year will be 2012 and preceding year will be 2011, and we have the value of both. Now just see the equation and you will understand that your current year value is 18.15. Your current year value is 18.50 and your preceding year value for wheat, you just have to the value of wheat, that is 18. Rest of the work you already know, that 18.50 upon 18 multiply 100. Whenever you want to find index number, you have to multiply it with 100, and in this way we can find the value of 102.78. that is the index number of wheat for the year 2012. That is the index number for wheat for the year 2012. In the same way, we can find the index number of wheat for the year 2013, for the year 2014 and for the year 2015. क्लियर? जैसे हम लोगों ने 2012 के लिए वैल्यू फाइंड किए, उसी फॉर्मूला से, उसी तरीके से हम लोग 2013, 2014 एंड 2015 के लिए भी वैल्यू फाइंड करेंगे। बट याद ये रखना है कि हम लोग वीट की ही वैल्यू देख रहे हो, स्टेट के अंदर ये नहीं आता, ऐसा कम होता है, बट ध्यान बहुत देना पड़ता है, मिस्टेक होने के चांसेस बहुत ज़्यादा होते हैं। The students who can get 100 out of 100 are getting 95 because of just a silly mistake, Okay, so you have to very careful whenever you read the question, because there are too many data are in the questions, so you have to understand that which data you are writing and for which data you are calculating. Okay, then in the same way, you have, when you find the value of rice, the day, if you for the first year it is 100, okay, for the second year means for the 2012 the value of 2012 for rice is 36, and in denominator you have to find write the value of 2011, and that is the 30. When we divide 36 by 30 multiply 100, we get 120. In the same way, we can find the value for 2013, 14 and 15 for the rice. The same procedure we have to do with sugar, and then we can find this value easily. Now students, these all are the individual value. These all are the individual value, and this is the individual index number. For an example, index number for 2013 of wheat is 102.16. But we want to find as per year. We want to find general index number. In 2011, if we are using 3 items, that is wheat, rice and sugar, so what is index number? That what is the general index number? General means we have to add all the index number of items, then divide it by the number of items. Here the sum of the index number is 300, and we have 3 items as well. So what we are doing, we are just adding up sum of the index number. In 2012, the sum index number for wheat is 102.70, the index number of rice is 120, index number of sugar is 103.33. so these are the individual index number, but we want to general index number. Whenever we require general index number, what we have to do, we have to just add all the index number. So when we adding this individual index number, we get rupees 326. Whenever we adding this 3 individual index number, that the figure is comes 326. Now we want to find general index number, means what we have to do, we have to divide this 326.11 with the number of items, and that is 3. So what we are finding? We are finding the value of general index number for the year 2012 for the three different items, wheat, rice and sugar, and that is 108.70. Now you getting the idea that how we can find the general index number? The actual procedure is that first find the individual index number, then add the all number in index number that we are doing in this session, 310.95, 306.78 and 311.14, and your last step is divide this sum with your number of items. Here we have 3 items, so we are dividing all sums with 3. All sums with 3, and we can find the general index number for each individual year. If we want to know that what is the general index number for this item in 2011, we can say that that is 100. What is the general index number for 2012? That is 108.70. And what it indicates actually? It indicates that if you are purchasing some quantity for in the year 2011 of wheat, rice and sugar in rupees 100, to purchase the same quantity of the same item, you have to spend rupees 170. We can say that we have to pay more by rupees 8.70 in the year 2012 comparing to 2011. Clear? So the procedure is very simple. Now we understand the concept of chain-based method. Each method have its own advantage and its limitation. So now we are going to understand which are the merits and limitation of chain-based method. First we are going to the merits. So the problems of selecting the base year does not arise in this method because at any given time the preceding year is taken as the base year. In fixed base method, we have to find that your year is a normal or does not abnormal. But in this method, we have to take base year whichever the preceding year is. Whichever preceding year that we have to taken as the base year. In that case, we did not have to think that your base year is normal or abnormal. That is the reason that this method is comparatively little bit simpler than the fixed base method. As a comparison is with the preceding year, new item can be included according to the taste and choice of the consumer. It is possible to remove the items not in use. In fixed base method, this is not possible because our base year is of the too much of past, and in this method we are using base year of preceding years each and every time. So if we want to add or remove any items from the index, we can do that, and that is one of the very big merits of this method. Third point, this method is useful in the field of economic, trade and commerce as the value of the variable in the current period is compared with the period in the recent past. We can say that this is our last year is always a recent past. It is the most recent part. That is why this method is used in the field of economic, trade and commerce. Now just look at some limitations. The first limitation is this method is suitable only for short-term comparison of the value of the variable in the current period as the preceding year is taken as the base year. This method is not very convenient for a long-term comparison. This is the limitation. We have to take preceding year as the base year, and each year base year is going to be changed, so this is little bit not comparable, and that is the reason that we cannot take this as for the long term comparison. This is suitable for a short term comparison but not the long term comparison. If there is an error in a calculation of index number by this method, then the effect of that error continues in the interpretation of the index number of the succeeding year. As we know that why this method is known as chain based method, because each year index number is dependent on the value of preceding year. If you are finding any value wrong, if your any year's value is wrong, in that case you are finding wrong index number for each and every succeeding year, and this is one of the big limitation of this method. You cannot make any mistake. If you are making mistake at any point, the succeeding calculation is always going to be wrong. There is no uniformity in the computation of index numbers obtained by this method. Students, if we want to compare, it is necessary that uniformity in calculation should be there. But as we know, in this method every year base year is going to be changed, so we can see that uniformity is not there, and so we can say they are less comparable. The data, the index number which we can find with the help of this method are less comparable. If the information for a year is not available, then the index number for the next year cannot be obtained. For an example, if we are finding the index number starting from 2010 to 2020, so we are starting to find the value of index number by 2010, but if we do not have the value of 2050, in that case we cannot find the index number for the year 2016, for the year 2017, for the year 2018. Particularly if we do not have the value of 2015, then it is not possible to find the value of 2016. So these are some limitations. Students, in this session we understand total information about the chain based method. What is the formula, how it will going to be changed, how we can solve equations, how we can use the formula, what is the limitation, what is the merits of this method. In next session we will going to understand that how this method can be find, how formula. So that's it for this session. Thank you very much.